The views and opinions expressed by the guest author or speaker during this live session are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Reader's Magnet. The content shared is for informational purposes only and does not constitute endorsement or promotion of any particular belief, ideology, or product.
Every story begins with a spark. In this magical book, word weavers of all stripes and colors come together, sharing their words like sparks, their journeys like stars, their voices like echoes of wonder. Stories that inspire, challenge, and connect us all. Authors reveal the roots of their journeys, the stories behind their stories.
Does your personal journey of self-discovery shape the narrative of the book?
Where conversations flow freely, rippling with ideas that connect
very
and
timid,
inspire.
bashful, all the way into adult years. And then God gave me a revelation of what those words mean. And they're all rooted.
Unraveling the mysteries of narratives and discovering wonders waiting within.
Eloquently barking anecdotes, thoughts, and observation by Roland Jones. So this is an anthology of stories or anecdotes.
The Festival of Storytellers Chapter 7, where narratives rise, ignite, and flow. Save the dates.
Well, hello, everyone, book lovers, storytellers, all the people of the world. Listen, we are super excited today to be back here again for day 6 roundtable session, you guys, which is the Tish Barnhardt Show and Friends today. And we're going to be talking about some conversations that inspire. So listen, those of you that are out there tuning in with us right now, I want you to do me a favor and hit the share button, okay? We want to be able to share these amazing stories from these awesome inspiring authors today all over the world on every platform that we can. And so without further ado, guys, I am going to introduce our authors they're going to be on the panel today. So let's get that music started. Let's crank it up. It's a celebration today, right? So up first, guys, we have none other than our queen mother of Reader's Magnet in the person of Emily Gassetto. Welcome to the stage, my friend. All right, next you guys, look at let's break out. All right now. Next up, guys, we've got none other than my good friend, Alyssa Mortel. Hey, there she goes. Up to the purple hair. What's going on? I see you, girl. I see you. I see you, friend. Up next, guys, we've got none other than a good friend of mine now, who I met in Chicago in the person of Felicia Anna.
Hey, everyone. Hey.
Welcome, my friend. Up next, guys, we've got none other than Jessica Jones. Come on, Jessica. How you doing, beautiful? All right. With the stars. All right. Welcome, my friend. Up next, guys, we've got Mr. Jones, who's written about the gifts of fame. Hi, Tony. Hey, why don't you wave at the people? There we go. All righty, guys. Up next now, we've got Melanie Crowell, who's written about 25 Days of Roses. It's a celebration of the heart. Go ahead, girl. What you doing over there? A two-step from the street. All right, two-step from the street. Got you, girl. Got you, girl. All right, up next, guys, we have in the person of Miss Deb Runyon. It's a celebration. Absolutely. And certainly, last but not least, guys, we've got in the person of LaQuinta Perry. Welcome to the stage, my friend. Hey, hey, hey. It's a party going on. All right, let's put all the authors on the stage right now. Let's party a little bit before we get into these questions. All right? All right, I see what you're doing down there. Yes, it's a celebration today. You're worthy of being celebrated for the books that you have written. Many of you told over these books. You had challenges with these books. And listen, they are out. They are in the world, and we are wanting to share your stories with the world today. Absolutely. Ooh, I'm excited. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, girl.
All right. Welcome, guys, again. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in with us today for our roundtable session. I'm super excited to be able to have with me my friends. I call everybody friends on here, except Mama Ellie. I got to call her Mama, okay? So Mama Ellie's on here with us today. I'm super excited, guys, about your stories, your journeys, the path that you've taken. So we're going to have some conversations today that will inspire those that are listening to us, okay? So first, I want to get into some of the questions here today. And so I'm going to start with Mama Ellie, of course. And so Mama Ellie, you have written the book, One Caregiver's Journey. So could you tell us the inspiration behind that book today?
Sure thing, Tish. Thank you for having me with all these great authors. One Caregiver's Journey is my personal journal from 10 years of caring for my mother. She broke her hip at the age of 93, and she died in her bed in our home at 102. At some point along the way, shortly after, I decided that possibly my experiences could help others who were struggling as caregivers or thinking of becoming caregivers. And so I turned my journal into a book, and that's my story. And it also goes beyond my 10 years of caregiving into how I reintegrated back into a world that passed me by after 10 years.
Absolutely, Ellie. You know, I commend you for that because not everyone can be a caregiver, right? I think it takes a special anointing or special grace to be able to help someone who is unable to help themselves. And especially whenever you have to do it on a daily basis and all day, and sometimes without the help of your other siblings or anyone else around. And so most definitely that's so inspiring, so inspiring. All right, so Alyssa, we're going to go to you. You've written the book called Invisible Warriors. Could you tell us the inspiration behind your book?
Well, thank you so much, Tish, for having me here. It's such an honor. I'm so blessed to have you as a friend. Well, the inspiration originally behind my book was my father. I have several chronic illnesses, and just by looking at me, you would never know. You see me smiling, you see me dancing, coming in, and you would never know the kind of pain that I have behind that smile. And my father, who is someone who was a professional athlete, he's a ski instructor and things like that, he really wanted to understand what was going on with me, and I wanted to make it easier on him. And I scoured the internet trying to find just an easily digestible source for him. And there just really wasn't one that was just plain English, no medical jargon, anything like that. And so I decided to write it. And then as I was writing it, I realized that it needed to go a lot deeper. So I worked with psychiatrists and psychologists from all over the world, because this was during COVID, to make it deeper, to make it a workbook. And I also had a really good friend that looked at me and she said, and this was really harsh, but she's kind of a no BS woman. And she said, either you're not telling me the whole truth or you're only showing me your good days. And I was like, I'm an award-winning actress, aren't I?
That
And
part,
so,
that part, you definitely are,
yeah,
Lisa. You definitely are, because like I said to you, when we're at these events and things like that, you don't show it, and
no,
I never knew that you had, a chronic illness really until we were in Guadalajara, Mexico, together. We
right?
were just running around, you guys, and visiting all of the booths and things like that. And then, of course, we had our little segment there. We were on the stage and some mock interviews and things, and I would have never known. We walked all over
Yeah,
that place. I would have never known. So you really wear it well. And so, no doubt the invisible warrior, because people can't see it. We
right.
oftentimes, all of us have walked around with smiles on our faces and all of that good stuff, right? And we know that we're hurting inside, and people ask us how we're doing. We're good, we're fine. We don't want anybody in our world. So great job on that book, Alyssa. And I know that it is helping people everywhere, all over the world. So I'm so thankful that you wrote that. And actually, you have it written in German too now, right? I think it's published in German, right?
It is. It's now in
Yeah.
German and it's an international bestseller. So I'm really excited. So yeah, this is just a plain English, easy to read, easy to understand, easy to gift. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're so welcome. And certainly Ellie's too, guys, her book is actually in Spanish now. And so I had an opportunity to see her video trailer last night for her Spanish version of One Caregiver's Journey. So I'm super excited for the both of you expanding abroad with the different languages and so forth. And so that's so encouraging and so inspiring. Alrighty, up next, let's go to Felicia. Felicia, how you doing, my friend?
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing?
We are
Yay.
fabulous over here. And so tell us what the inspiration for the vows break.
Okay, so mine I was inspired by real life stories, things that we all experience and what couples experience. And so I want to shed light on things that are silent struggles that we struggle with in a marriage. And so a lot of times we go through the breakup before we really find the right solution. We don't have to go through a divorce. We don't have to just say this is it. Right. So a lot of us don't understand. I've never seen a healthy marriage. And so we go into a marriage thinking we know how to be a wife or how to be a husband. And a lot of times we don't. And so we go in being selfish, a lot of us. And so it's all about them or me. So I begin to ask God, show me, what is it? How can I save marriages? Show me myself first. Right. And so as he began to show me myself, I begin to see and understand that he is the only one that can build it. So we become one with God, not trying to become one with each other in the natural. God, he puts everything together. He makes it work. He builds everything, but we try to build it ourselves, but we can't. And so I want to share life on real life story that goes on in marriages before the vows break. So that's what inspired me. And
Absolutely.
got to be honest about it. Yes.
Yeah. And I love that, because we do have to, when we're writing these stories, guys, to be able to come from that place of transparency, right? Because when a person picks up your book, they want to know that you have actually been where they are right now, right? How many of you on this line today have listened to a television show, interview, or heard on the radio or podcast or something like that, and you're like, oh my God, they're talking to me right now? How many of us have had that? I know I've had that aha moment, right? And so whenever a person picks up your book, that's what you want. You want them to have those aha moments, like, oh my gosh, this is life changing. This is transformational for me. They want to see that journey, how you actually got out and what it is exactly you went through. That's how they're going to be able to relate to it. And so kudos to all of you for telling your transparent stories. And I know that they are inspiring people. And I wish that I would have had a book like Felicia's before mine, but hence I wouldn't have mine now, would I? So you want to be a first lady, right? Because she's sharing with us some great nuggets and things that we need to look at before that vow breaks. So kudos to you, my friend, for doing that book. And I know that it's going to certainly help to save some marriages, right? So absolutely wonderful. All righty. So next, guys, we're going to go to Miss Jessica Jones. Jessica, come on, tell us the inspiration behind the book, Ladybug.
All right. So
Scars That Speak. Isn't that a wonderful title? Scars That Speak.
So Scars That Speak, From Streets to Salvation, basically inspired me. So it's based off my life, of things that I've been through. And I've been on my own since I was 14. So I was in the streets, living the street life, and that's where it goes from streets to salvation. When God was able to come in my life and turn it around for me. So basically, it inspired me to help others that been through so much, like with childhood trauma, and I didn't have my mom and my dad. It was just always me. So I just want to inspire others to, it's not over. Just when you think it's over, you're unheard. God comes right in and He fixed it up for you. And so yeah, I just want to be the inspiration that we don't have to be quiet just because we've been through a certain thing.
Ooh, I love that.
So
I love that. We don't have to be quiet. Now that's powerful because so many people, Jessica, are hiding in the closet with their stories. Their stories are in their head, right? But see, they don't have to be quiet. We need to be able to break the silence and get the story told, right? Because somebody on the other end and of your story is their lifeline. Right? So kudos to you, my friend, from the streets to salvation. I absolutely love that. And I know that you're going to help a generation of young people and even older people too, whenever they pick that book up, because so many people have had a street life and they've been without their parents. And sometimes whenever we don't have two parents in the home or traumatic situations happen when we're younger, we can spiral out, right? Nobody cares about me, so I might as well just go out here and do this or whatever. We find ourselves doing things that we wish we wouldn't do. But thank God for His grace and mercy. And I absolutely love that you have absolutely come out and you're sharing, the love of Christ now. And you want to reach back and grab some other people, Jessica. So kudos to you. So it looks like we have some comments. We have some comments out there. Can we flash those comments on the screen? I think we have some. I'm seeing on the side there. What are the people saying? Okay, Kath Jones said, good morning, beautiful authors. Yes, you are all beautiful, including you, Tony. Okay. All right, Michelle Lachey says, hey, my beautiful pastor. And her pastor is Felicia Evans. Yeah, I'm Walker. She's waving at her. Thank you, Michelle, for tuning in with us today. All righty, what else do we have on the screen? Okay, Sophia said, new authors, new books. I'm so excited. Y'all hear that? New books, and they're excited. So guess what? As you're talking, somebody just might be wanting to pick your book up. All right, what else do we have out there from the viewers? All right, Shanta Moore said, woohoo! Okay, woohoo! All right, did we have anything else? All right, LaQuinta Raleigh. Okay, she's sharing it. See there? Now that's the way to go, girlfriend. She's sharing it. That's highlighting it. All followers. That's right. So I hope you guys set yours up so that it's streaming on all platforms. Is there any more comments out there? Is that it for now? All righty, so we're going to go ahead on now to Miss Melanie Crowell. She is my friend, you guys, and she lives in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Oh, I forgot you moved. She moved. But anyway, she has written the book 25 Days of Roses. Come on, girlfriend. Tell us the inspiration behind it. You're on mute, Melanie.
Oops.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Mm-mm.
Now, girl, you done went back on mute.
Her audio.
Okay.
Her audio isn't working, Tish.
Okay. Mel, we're going to come back to you. Okay. Let's go to Tanya Harris. Okay, I met this beautiful woman of God here at the International Book Awards Gala. Come on, tell us the inspiration behind Journey of the Heart. You're on mute. Unmute. Everybody, when you get ready to come up, make sure to hit the unmute, okay, so we can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, no worries, girl.
Hey, well, thank you, Tish. Again, what a beautiful, for having me on. What
You're
a
welcome.
blessing this is, and a blessing to have met you.
Absolutely.
My book is written in a personal crossroads I was in my life and my marriage, and I was asking God, should I stay in my marriage or should I go? And it was many people suffered in silence, and
right, absolutely.
I want to help people and readers to not only listen to me, but through my book, but also for them to listen to God. We need to listen to what he has for us. And one of the beautiful things about, just like how you started with music, my music, I love music. And so my book is music integrated. You listen to
Beautiful.
it, you watch, you click on the different links, and you're able to, as the
Oh,
music, you're listening to the music and you're
mhm.
looking at the silhouettes, and you're able to meditate, and it's something just special that God had given me. And the book was born, at a crossroads where my faith had to speak louder than my fear.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
And that's where Journey of the Heart, Should I Stay or Should I Go, was birthed.
Wow. Wow. She said her faith had to speak louder than the fear. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because
Yes,
fear, if we allow God's fear to write the story, it will never get written, right?
that's
So
right.
I don't know about
That's right.
you, but I had a lot of fear coming into my own book. Like I'm sure many of you did out there, had fear coming into your book, right? But
Yes.
whenever we let go, I see you, Alyssa, yes. Whenever we let go
Yes.
of that fear and we give God the yes, guess what? He takes care of everything else. Look at all of you amazing
That's
authors
right.
on here that have accomplished so many things with your book since it has come out. And I bet many of you never would have dreamed that you would be in the position that you are in right now with your book, or that it would have
You're
even
right.
gone this far, right? Well, that you're even here today for some of you. You're on this show today. So this is just the
Right.
beginning. For those of you that this is maybe your first interview, this is just the beginning for you, right? There's so many other things that I believe that God is going to do with your book and all of our books. Great job,
Yes.
Tanya. Thank you so much. Pleasure meeting you as well, my
Thank
friend. Pleasure
you.
meeting you as well. All righty, so we're going to go now to Deb. Come on, tell us the inspiration, hun, behind your book.
All right. Well, the inspiration behind my book, like several of you have already mentioned, it's my personal story. It's my personal journey. Recover Your Mission, how a drunk from Wisconsin became a missionary in Haiti. So by the title, you can already tell I'm being very vulnerable in
Yes.
my book. And I don't really care that I was that drunk from Wisconsin, because that's really what built my story and my need for God in my life. And, the book is not just about getting sober, because what I realized is once I got sober, there was so much more I needed to deal with in my life. And so
Right.
it's a personal journey of, how God took me from being in that very big, that very big difficulty, right, of being in entrenched in alcoholism, and then bringing me to recover my mission. So I then became a missionary in Haiti, and it didn't stop there, because the whole process of being a believer it's a journey of self-discovery. It's a journey of healing. You peel one layer back and you got another layer, and so on and so forth. So I love the fact that I can use the stories of my own life to help inspire other people to take that step and say, kind of like we were talking about before, that if you're afraid of, what you're going through, or you think you're the only one, what you find out is as you step into other things, you're not the only one.
Absolutely, Deb. Absolutely. How many of us have thought we were the only ones, right? When we were going through something, and we know that we're not. And the reality is that we've seen other people that may be going through that particular situation, or we've heard about it, from somewhere else. But when it comes personal to home, now all of a sudden we all by ourselves. I'm so alone in this. And the reason that we're alone is because we don't want to let anybody in.
Yes.
We don't want people to know that this is where we are. So this is why we're alone. We're afraid of the fear. We're afraid of the shame. We're afraid of the guilt, the judgment, everything that comes along with it, the rejection, right? And so we ourselves put ourselves alone. But whenever we decide and make that decision, Deb, like you did, to come out, then this is where you find that there is a plethora of people out here that are able to support you in this journey. And that, I'm sure, is the same for many of us today. Thank you so much, Deb. Deb travels everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I see Deb. And I see Alyssa. That's my another travel buddy too. And I see Alyssa. So guys, listen, those of you that are on here, listen, Reader's Magnet is one place you want to be. And if you can, I want you to all get yourself registered. Call us, whatever you got to do, and meet us in LA. Okay, meet us in LA. You will not. I'm telling you, meet us in LA. That's where. Okay, so up next, let's go to Tony Jones. You know, the women we've been dominating, so we're gonna go ahead and let you in right quick. Tony, come on, tell us the inspiration behind The Gifts of Pain.
I'm so glad to be here this afternoon. The inspiration behind this book is in 1997, at 23 years old, I was arrested and charged with drug conspiracy. And no, it wasn't a headline or a movie scene. It was my reality as I sat in the backseat of the police car, watching the blue lights bounce off the dashboard. I thought about my two daughters, ages 2 and 3, 2 and 5. I was like, when will I be out here again? In the county jail, watching guys get sentenced to 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, even life sentences. I said to myself, not me. Little do I know. I go to court. After 7 days, I get convicted, and this judge sentenced me to 2 life sentences. And throughout that incarceration, I had to make a choice: blame the system or become a student of the law. I chose to fight back, and I dedicated 175,000 hours of legal research, learning the law, learning how the courts operate. And eventually, I took that failure as fuel in pursuit of my freedom. And it took me, like I said, 20 years. And I wrote this book to inspire young people and to push legislators and administrators to give young people, teenagers, the opportunity to learn about the criminal justice system, its legal terms, its procedures, and things like that.
Wow, that's awesome, Tony. That is awesome. I mean, he said he's sitting there just watching all these police, lights and stuff like that. I can only imagine kind of like what that would be. And I know I would probably be freaking out. I would be freaking out, to see that. But I'm so grateful that you have been able to use your story, Tony. And those of you that don't know, Tony has actually done some TEDx talks and different things like that. So he's the real deal, guys. And so I really appreciate you for coming on the show today for us and really just sharing your story. We don't only have just women that are looking at us out there, viewers. We have men too that watch us. And so your story, I'm sure, not only will benefit men, but women as well. And so thank you so much for sharing that inspiration today. All right. So last but not least, we've got my new friend, guys, Miss LaQuinta Perry. Come on and please, honey, tell us the inspiration behind Beneath the Pulpit. Oh, Lord.
Thank you, Tish, for having me. I'm so excited to be here today. Beneath the Pulpit was inspired by the quiet truths that we rarely talk about in the church. The struggles, the secrets, and humanity that exists behind positions of authority. I wanted to explore what happens when faith, desires, betrayal, and calling all collide together. So the story was born from observing real people, real pain, and real grace, and asking the question, what happens when those that we trust spiritually are just as broken as the people that they lead? So that's the inspiration behind Beneath the Pulpit.
Wow. That's so true. And just in our talking on yesterday, our stories certainly are similar, because I have So You Want to Be a First Lady there. But I'm so grateful that you are coming from a different perspective for you with this. And it's something that people do need to see, but it exists in our churches today. And we have always been told, and I know I have, we just push some things under the carpet. This is stuff that we don't talk about and things like that because we want to, cover the pastor or the leader or whomever, right? But who actually helps the person that's bleeding? Who actually helps the person that has been manipulated maybe into these situations? So who actually helps them? So they have to wear these scars and wear the pain of it inside, not being able to tell anyone about what's going on. And sometimes we're threatened. You better not say anything, or if, or else, or whatever. And so we'll hold those things, right? And we're afraid to break the silence. Like Jessica said, it's okay to, not be quiet, right? And so I commend all of you today on here for actually sharing your real stories. This is what's going to make a difference in the world at large. introduction. So I appreciate you. So guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be back in a moment. Let me go back to Melanie. Melanie, is your mic on yet? Is your mic working to where we can hear the inspiration behind your book? Hey.
No.
No. Okay. Mel, type in the chat what yours is about and maybe I can spit it out for us. Can you type in the chat? Nod your head yes or no. Okay, type in the chat. Okay. All right. So let me see what she's going to type real quick and then we'll just spit it out right quick. All right. She has written the book, guys, called 25 Days of Roses. And it is a book of poems. I do know that. And I have read a little bit of it, but I would love to be able to share from her own perspective here. So just tap, hit, and all that so I can just at least start spitting something out for you, okay? Or sharing something for you. Okay. Just hit enter, girl. Hit enter, girl. Hit enter. Okay. Okay, she said 25 Days of Roses came from her time in education. All right, so education there. And what else are we saying there? Are we saying something else? Isn't that a beautiful cover, guys? I absolutely love that cover. That is a beautiful cover.
Beautiful.
Yes, beautiful. And sometimes, we have the technical issues, the technical difficulties, but, we don't get discouraged with that, guys. We continue to just move right along, okay? Because we're not going to be defeated, okay? We are not a defeated people. All right. So, Mel, do you have something else coming to me? Students and building with anxiety. Yes. And love and forgiveness. And so all of that, guys, we can be seen in these poems that she has written in 25 Days of Roses. Thank you so much, Mel, for sharing with us. Thank you for sharing with us. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. And listen, don't y'all go nowhere out there that's viewing us. We are going to be right back in a moment.
This is the Festival of Storytellers Chapter 7, a virtual celebration of narratives that rise, ignite, and flow shaped by every force of life. Storytellers unite to weave tales, sparking imagination, blending voices, and forging bonds that linger beyond the final word. A storyteller steps into the spotlight, sharing their journey, their book's soul, and the magic within.
There's things in our lives.
Some stories set your soul on fire. Others carry you with waves of feeling deep.
So I was used to eating healthy, fresh.
There are tales that ground you rich in tradition, anchored in truth.
I can't tell you how excited I am.
And some just take flight playful, dreamy, defying gravity. Oops, that was loud, but so are these stories. Bold, awakening, brilliant.
For you.
This is not just a book fair, it's a universe of storytellers. Creators and readers discovering the power of narrative together. Join the Festival of Storytellers Chapter 7 today. Share your voice, discover new worlds, and be part of a story bigger than any one book.
moment you've all been waiting for. The book by master storyteller Tish Barnhardt. So you want to be a first lady? Well, her life isn't always what it seems. Beyond the veil lies the deceit, the lies, and the manipulation, featuring the distraught Carol Smith, master manipulator Leroy Smith, and the sneaky, conniving harlots and Jezebels using their immoral, seductive flattery to destroy the man of God, his marriage, and disrupt the ministry. Order your copy now on Amazon and all other retail outlets.
Well, welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to the Tish Barnhardt Show with Friends, conversations that inspire. Listen, I want to thank each and every one of you that have hung in with us here. And listen, we've got more from our authors. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump into some more interview questions with them. All righty, so Ellie, come on, tell us, what challenges did you face getting your book out? Did you face any challenges, Mama Ellie?
I didn't face many challenges to get my book out, but I was just green as grass, Tish. I was green as grass. I had no idea what I was doing. A local pastor recommended a publisher who, unbeknownst to me, just publishes your book and sends you out the door. So I was left knowing nothing. I got a call from Reader's Magnet, and I actually hung up on this individual 3 times, 3 days in a row, until she said, don't hang up, please, please. And then it was then that I began my journey of collaborating with Reader's Magnet to market and publish, get my book, get my word out, what it was about. And I will be forever grateful for the staff at Reader's Magnet, because the people that printed my book did not tell me I needed a copyright, did not tell me anything about royalties, did not tell me anything about how Amazon works, did not tell me anything. And so for me, it has been a learning process with Reader's Magnet. It is just, caregiving is just, it's just such it's just such a world that we live in today. After COVID, caregiving has changed tremendously. And people are finding themselves in this role without having any knowledge. I fortunately did know about caregiving because I helped my mother take care of my dad when he was sick. But taking care of my mother by myself was a 10-year learning experience and a journey.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Absolutely. I'm sure that is a challenge in and of itself, a 10-year challenge, in fact. And then you guys have not been able to hear the other part of having to get reacclimated back into society after that 10-year time frame as well. All right. So up next, we're going to go to Miss Alyssa. What challenges did you face, girlfriend, while writing or getting the book out?
Well, for me, I think it's because of the sensitive nature of the topic of my book. So it was really the language of the book that was so difficult for me. I wanted to make sure that I was speaking from my heart, but also speaking to other people's hearts.
Right.
I didn't want to, I was so fearful. I knew that it was a God-given assignment for me. But at the same time, when I was hovering over that publish button, I was like, oh no. And so, it was terrifying. And when you're putting your heart and soul into something and this work really reflects upon you, you have to put your faith over your fear. Absolutely. And so I knew that I wanted this book out into the world to help people. And so I just had to believe that I'm in alignment with my assignment. And that's what I did. And so once I hit publish, it was like, I think a week, maybe 2, before Reader's Magnet called me. And I knew that the person I was talking to, I was like, listen, you're a great saleswoman. What's the catch? And I was like, send me over the agreement. And I sent it over to my lawyer, and my lawyer, she's like, don't sign this. And I was like, But again, there was a knowing. There was just this knowing in my
Yeah.
belly. And I was like, I think I should sign this. I think there's something about it. And I'm so glad I did.
Absolutely. It is the best decision that I believe we've all made in terms of connecting, with Reader's Magnet in that way. And so most definitely, the pains that we've carried, these are our assignments, guys. And so I definitely appreciate all of us for bringing that out. All righty. And so you mentioned something there about getting the call from Reader's Magnet. And so I want to go here right quick to all of the International Impact Book Award winners. I want to hear from you. What was that call like? Because now you not only are a published author, but now you are an award-winning author. So Tanya, let's go to you. Met her at the gala in Phoenix. What was that call like and the experience there?
Again, through my story, it was such a blessing. It was like one of those, like, it couldn't have came at a better time. And as we know, as authors, we want to get our book out. We want it to be known. And there's a time where your books kind of starts to fade, your orders start to not, your sales is not as high as it does. And so winning this, the International Impact Book Award, it kind of like gave my book another jump start, and so
Yes, absolutely.
that's what
Absolutely.
I, gained from it, that it gave another spark to it. And so now it's like I'm running again. So
that part, girl. I'm glad you running, girl. Running. Okay,
yes.
Tony, tell us about your experience. You are an International Impact Book Award winner too. And actually, guys, these two were seated at my table at the gala, and so I met them there. So Tony, tell us about your experience and that call.
When I got that call, I was blown away. I didn't see it coming, and I was like, wow, and like she said, it just reestablished the book again, and I was just blown away by that.
Absolutely. It's amazing, guys, to have that experience. I submitted mine and totally kind of forgot about it, didn't think I won. And then I'm laying on my couch, scrolling through my phone. And then all of a sudden I see this email that I won. Like, what? And you know how sometimes we get those spam emails that saying we don't won something, right? Congratulations, you're a winner. And so I'm like, I don't know about all this. So I looked in there. I was like, oh my gosh. And I jumped off the couch and ran upstairs and showing my sons, oh my goodness, Mom won an award and I'm going to get an award and blah, blah, blah. And so it was so amazing to get it. And so you're right, Tanya, when your book has been out for a little bit, it does die down a little bit. And then all of a sudden, it gives you that instant credibility again, that visibility and everything. Mama Ellie, let's go to you because she is an International Impact Book Award winner as well. Tanya actually has her trophy in the back, her award in the back on hers. I don't know if you have yours near, Ellie, so you can show the people. Mine is over here near me, but I don't want to be grabbing it. Okay, there it goes. It's a beautiful and heavy award. So Mama, come on, tell us about your experience getting that call. And your book had been out for how long, in fact, before you got that call?
6 years.
6 years.
So
6 years.
For me, getting that award, like you, Tish, I opened the email and truly was speechless. Speechless. And rereading that I had won the award for One Caregiver's Journey. Thank you, Fred. And because my book has been out, as time goes on, you begin to wonder, does it need something? Where is it? But it reassured me that my topic is relevant. Even after 6 years, my topic is relevant. And it just gives you a feeling of it's okay. I can keep moving forward on this journey.
Absolutely.
And it was not the first award that I had won, but it certainly is the one that means the most because they have said to me, indeed, it is an international award. So,
absolutely, an international award. Absolutely, and
happy.
Absolutely, absolutely it is. It's an international award and certainly
Yes.
something to be grateful for.
Yes.
Absolutely. And guys, our
Yes.
books will never die, right? Our books are legacy, right? Our books will be around long after we're gone from here or what have you, right? And so this is why it's important for you to know that in your author journey, it's not over. You can always continue marketing your book, continue talking about your book, continue sharing about your book. And I wanted Ellie to let us know how long it was that her book had been out, 6 years, and she won an award 6 years later. So these are the type of things that can happen for you authors. So if it's not happening for you right away and as quickly as somebody else, listen, just stay the course, okay? Stay the course because what God
I
has for
won
you
my first
is
award
for you.
6 months afterwards.
Okay, and
I
six
won my
months.
first award 6 months after it was
after.
published. And
Okay.
and that was the Pinnacle Award. And then I won the Reader's Favorite, and I've been a finalist in the Book Excellence Award. But this is the frosting on the cake. This is the frosting
Yes,
on the cake. I
it
mean,
really is. And
this is the one that it is. I mean, that's
yeah.
I hope that those of you that have won it will agree with me. This is the cherry on the top of that sundae. We worked so hard to figure out how to get our books out, how to do our web pages, how to design our marketing materials, how. This is the frosting on the cake.
It is definitely the frosting on the cake. And I'm telling you, if you win, you want to make sure that you go and attend the gala because it is going to be lights, camera, action everywhere. I'm telling you, will feel like a celebrity being in there. For real, feel like a celebrity being in there because all eyes are on you. You're walking the red carpet, and it's not that you're being arrogant or whatever. This is your award, and it's your time to shine because listen, you went through the pain of it, right? You had the experience, so why not be awarded for it, right? Hey, it's payback time. Somebody say it's payback time, honey. My pain paid me. Okay, my pain paid me.
That's right.
Hello, it's gonna pay me. And so, but thank you so much, authors, for sharing that. And it's for those of you that are on the fence, about even submitting for an award. Do it, just do it. You don't know what it's going to bring. And I'm telling you, it has opened up so many doors, for us and everything. And so I'm super excited about that with the great things that are coming down the road here for us. And so, all right, I want to go to this, guys, because we have a few minutes left here. So I want to talk to some of you and get you to inspire some of our authors out there today. Felicia, if you could inspire any of our authors out there that may be sitting on the fence about their books or they're in their head, because of course, Pastor Walker has several books out. I think she probably got about 8, 9, or 10. I don't know how many, but anyway, she's got a lot of books out. But tell us, what would you say to an aspiring author today?
Hello, everyone. I want to say, just start writing. Don't look at if you feel imperfect or you're not qualified. Just start writing because your story matters no matter what. It matters. You got a story to tell. Everyone on this line got a story to tell. Your brother, your sister, everybody got a story to tell. Just start writing. So don't wait for the perfection. So sometimes we got to wait for perfection. It got to be like this. It got to be like that. No, just start writing. And everything else will come into alignment. The progress, the obedience, and more powerful you become in your writing. And so just write. And remember, someone is waiting for your story. Someone's always waiting for your story. The message is only for you. You can deliver it. You can deliver it.
She said, you can deliver it. I love that. Only you can deliver it because it's your story. All right. It's your story and nobody else's. We may have some similar things or what have you, but it ain't nothing like mine because only I can walk in my shoes. Okay. Only you have walked those shoes. You have walked that pain. So listen, girlfriend, listen, we're going to share that. I keep forgetting we got mail on here. But yes, Tony, thank you for sharing your story too. I told him last night it's gonna be girl power on here to phone today. So okay, let's go to Deb. Deb, come on, inspire our authors out there today that are aspiring authors. They're sitting on the fence. They don't know if they should do this or not. Tell them why they need to.
Well, they absolutely need to. And in my case, mine was rather miraculous because I I had always wanted to write a book, and then I had got this opportunity to be part of a ministry, and all these other people were writing their books, and I'm like, I would love to write mine, but I have no idea how to start. And I ended up finding someone that said they would help me. And basically what we did is the person interviewed me on a podcast as if my book was already written. Okay. They transcribed that, and that became the base of my book. Long story short, I published my book within 8 weeks from start to finish.
Wow.
8 weeks, because I had that basic, outline, and then I just broke that into chapters. And one of the other gals was talking about having songs. That's another thing I did at the end of every chapter. I had a song because I love worship, and I had a song that applied to the chapter, and it was more like, so to interact with whoever was reading it, to reflect, and then it ended with a question. And so I actually have a workbook in progress, and a second book is going to be coming too, because I know the Lord wants me to write another one. And so I just say, just do it. Just set your mind to it. And if it's about you, particularly your life, you have so much that God wants you to use to bless other people and help other people. And, because you don't write your book. I mean, some of us, we write our books for ourselves, right? And it's cathartic to write it. But yet then when you publish it, you realize that this book speaks so much to so many people. So that's what's so amazing.
Wow, amazing, Deb. I love that response, girlfriend. Yes, indeedy. I'm telling you guys, we just have to do it. That's all there is to it. Just do it. And I think Felicia Walker said, listen, just start writing, okay? Just start writing. Put the pen to the paper. Just let it go, okay? As if nobody is going to read it. That's what you need to do. And that's what I teach people in my Unmute Your Story course program. Let's just start writing, okay? Write as if ain't nobody going to see it. I have them do little assignments like that. Okay, now, you already wrote a chapter, girl. And so, but see how we do that? But that's what we want to do. So we want to make sure that we're doing that. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, so let's go to Melanie. Melanie, are we able to hear you, girlfriend? Ham mercy. Ham mercy. What is going on over there? So listen, Melanie, type in the chat for me how you would love to inspire an author out there, an aspiring author out there, and I will read that in just a bit. And so I am going to go run on over here to Miss Jessica Jones. Beautiful. How are ya?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm
Now,
good.
listen,
I'm good.
I know what I'm well. Whenever I invited you to come on the show, you were saying, oh my goodness, I've never done this before. I haven't been on an interview before. So I want to know how you're feeling today, girlfriend. How are you feeling after being on the show today?
Well, actually, before I was feeling like, oh, I ain't never did this before. I don't know, how's this going to be? You thinking like, maybe I don't want my story to be boring. You think all these things in your head, and I had to pray. I had to pray about it. And one thing, and God came to me, and here I am. I feel confident, and I know that I can. My story can reach one, at least one. If it just reaches one, I'm good. To God be the glory. So it's just like now, I just feel confident. I'm not nervous anymore. And this is a wonderful experience, something different I've never done before. And I'm just hearing everyone's story and all the different authors is just amazing, And yeah, I'm thankful that you came and you invited me. I like it. It was very nice.
Beautiful. You are just shining over there. And I love that you are confident over there. Even in your stand, honey, over there, you are confident. And so I'm telling you that shine, that light is just shining through. It's shining through. And I want you to know something, Jessica. This is where you belong. Okay, this is where you belong. And so many, many more doors are going to open up for you. And Shanta Moore said, yes, proud of you, Jessica.
Thank
All
you.
right, Jessica fans out there. Michelle said, yes,
Thank
Jessica.
y'all.
All the
Thank
party
y'all.
that's going on. Absolutely, absolutely. It is where you belong. And I understand sometimes whenever things are new to us, right? That fear, that word fear, which is false evidence appearing real. Somebody else may have another acronym for it or whatever, but it cripples us and it keeps us stuck to where we will not move forward, right? We'll look at everybody else that may have books out already. We'll look at other people who may speak better than us or whatever. We allow so many things to cripple us, right? But I have been on many interviews where I've heard people stumble and different things like that, and it's okay because it's reality. We get nervous sometimes. Hey, guess what? Let me tell you a secret. Before I do anything, whether it's speaking, roundtable session, whatever I have going on, Tish gets so nervous. Oh my goodness, I'd be so nervous. I was freaking out at the gala for the International Impact Book Awards. Tanya said, Tish, your name on the screen. I didn't even see my name on the screen. She had to tell me, Tish, your name up. That's how nervous I was. What are you looking for? I was like, oh gosh, my name up there. So I'm walking up there all nervous and everything. And I'm standing there. And then Richie may be watching this right now. He just grabbed my hand and said, Tish, you got this. So even the best of us sometimes get nervous. And I love that, because I know that I can't do nothing without my Lord and Savior on my side. Oh my goodness, I cannot do anything without him. And so I love the fact that I'm nervous, because now I know that I'm not cocky in this, right? I know that I need him to speak through me right now. Lord, allow me to say whatever it is that you want me to say. Okay. I know I may have something written, I may have something in my head, but whenever I speak, let the words that come out of my mouth be able to pierce whoever is listening out there, right? Let the words that come out of my mouth be exactly what they need, and not what I want to do, but what you want to give them, right? And so that is my stance. So it's okay to be nervous, guys. It's okay. All righty. So let's go now to Miss LaQuinta Pierre. This is my new friend, guys, that I just met yesterday. Okay. And so, friend, come on here. She was nervous too about coming on and so forth. So I want to see how you feel today, girl, against all these veteran authors around you.
I'm excited and I'm so glad that we met. It's a wonderful feeling, and I know that great things are ahead. I'm so glad to be here.
Well, I'm glad that you are here too, beautiful. I'm so glad that you're here. So listen, I want to ask you a question though. Let's go back to LaQuinta. So the type of book that you have, Beneath the Pulpit, tell me what type of challenges you faced, even in writing it or getting it out.
Okay, so one of the biggest challenges was pushing past fear. Fear of judgment, fear of backlash, fear of telling a story that hits close to home for so many people. Writing a book, or this book, it required me to be honest and have courage. Also, another challenge was learning the business side of publishing while still protecting the integrity of the book. Because like my full manuscript was out there. It's outlandish. And it's when my series drop, thank you, Lord, or whatever.
Yes.
We're going to see the full thing in action. But I had to kind of tailor it and tone it down, for so that everyone could enjoy it, if that makes sense.
Got it. Makes sense. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I know I have in writing my book and so forth. I went back and forth for I don't know how long with mine. In fact, I got the call to that book back in 2007. And I still have the same book, guys, that I wrote it in fact. And so, but hindsight now, it didn't come out until August of 2025. And when it did, it was certainly amazing for it to do so. But my struggles with writing it was because it was so personal to home. Okay. Some of the personal things that I've experienced things that I know that other first ladies have gone through within their tenure in marriages and things with the church, parishioners, husbands, whatever, right? And so whenever you're telling or sharing a story on that magnitude, most definitely fear is going to grip you because you're going to be concerned about what people are going to think about you. You know, what are they going to think if you're sharing this, or what are they going to say, or what are they going to think to know that you actually did this or been here or been there, whatever, right? Because, you know, you may not be presented that way right now, right? So, for example, with you, Jessica, you said from the streets to salvation, right? So I met her when she was in her salvation hood. I didn't meet her when she was in the streets, right? And so to hear her testimony, it was so powerful. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what? I'm looking at this beautiful young lady here, I would have never even dreamed it. Now, the way she talks, maybe, because, you know, the way she talks, maybe, you know, because I think some of the street is still in the talk, right? But you're so beautiful inside and out. She's over there laughing, okay? But I think that with that being said, it's wonderful to see how our stories have actually shaped who we are today, right? And to be able to see where we have grown from and where we're actually growing to, in fact. And so that is so amazing. So definitely, guys, you that are new here, LaQuinta and Jessica, the sky is the limit. You know, there's so many open doors that are before you. And so I just want to encourage you to continue to walk through those doors, kick fear in the tail and say, listen, I'm here, okay? And I ain't going nowhere. Hallelujah, I'm here and I ain't going nowhere, okay? Look, I woke up today, so guess what? My feet done hit the ground, and guess what? It's on, baby, okay? I likes to have fun, y'all. I like to have a little fun. I like to have a little fun. So I'm not a boring host at all. Hello, not at all. But anyway, so let's go to let me see. Who can I go to now? Okay. Deb, my friend. You know, Deb has traveled around everywhere. I'm telling you, I see her all over the place. And I want you to share with us, Deb, some of the challenges, of course, that you may have faced. And so I resonate with you the very first time you shared your story. And I think the very first time I met you may have been in LA. Tabitha Witten said, wisdom as you write. Absolutely. Absolutely. We get the wisdom as we write. And in fact, in the back of So You Want to Be a First Lady is some great wisdom nuggets for not only the first lady, but also for the pastor, and also wisdom nuggets for the other women who want to be her in every way. And so we need to know, ladies out there that want somebody else's man and husband and all this. Listen, it ain't always green on the other side, okay? So listen, I want you to take a good cautionary look before you step into those shoes or desire those shoes. All right, looks like we got some more comments over here on the side. So let's go ahead and take a look at these comments real quick. Let's see what the people are saying. Tasha Davis or Dale said, great tips. Glad I joined here. Yes, thank you, Tasha, for joining us here. And listen, baby girl, I want you to go on and hit the share button if you haven't, so that more people can see us on here today and these marvelous authors that we're speaking with. Philip Hance said, it's nice hearing the inspiration for their book. Right? And so these are real people, guys, that are chiming in, that are actually sharing with us. You guys have inspired so many people today, and I'm just so excited about it. Okay. Lemon Poindexter said, you better tell it. Girl, exactly. I'm gonna tell it like it is. Okay, hello. You got the right one, baby. She gonna tell it like it is. And I'm gonna do it with love, and I can get nice too. Michelle Stubb said, loving the conversation, the energy, the people, the insights, wonderfully brilliant. You guys are doing a great job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Y'all doing a great job today. Am I the only one patting myself on the back? Tony, where your hands at? Where your hands at? Y'all can put yourself on the back. All right. All righty. Odie Degret said, let's go. I know that's right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm telling you, we are doing the doggone thing. Okay. You guys are doing the doggone thing. Okay. Michael Humphrey said, if anything, this is what's so great about these roundtables, when like-minded people get to meet each other. Absolutely. You could not have said that more perfectly, right? I can't tell you how many people I have connected with since I have been here with Reader's Magnet. It is through these roundtable sessions that we do. We get to meet different authors from all various backgrounds. Some of us have similar stories. Some of us are inspired by other people's stories, like Ellie's story, one caregiver story. I mean, I can relate because I had to take care of my grandmother who had cancer for about 2 years. Yeah, 2 years, changing diapers and all this stuff and beds and all. I mean, I'm a young girl at that. Like, what in the world? I don't want to be doing this. I'd like to be doing something else, like hanging out with friends or going out somewhere, right? But I had to do that. So I learned that at a very, very early age to care for her. And so I didn't have a 10-year plight like Ellie did. And I'm telling you, kudos to her. 10 years of her whole life just caring, for her mom, and then having to reacclimate. Ellie, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But Deb, so I resonated with your story because you were into the alcohol really strong and stuff like that, and just out there. Katina, hey, girlfriend, hey, good to see an amazing panel today. That's my other author buddy there. Love, love, love Katina. I can expect a message or a text message from her every day, if not every other day. Yes, indeed. She's always checking on me. So love you, baby girl. Thanks for tuning in. But yes, because see, I resonate with that because my father, I seen him go through the alcohol, the drugs, and different things like that. And I saw how it spiraled him out and different things. And, I remember him kind of leaving when I was like 7 or 8 years old. And I didn't have him around, and so I often wondered, like, why would he go out there, like that? What made him, want to do this? So can you kind of speak to us for a moment on that?
Absolutely. So, a lot of my story is about my brokenness. Okay. The brokenness that led me to choosing alcohol. Okay.
Wow.
And I grew up in an alcoholic home as well. So it was socially acceptable in my family. And, when we talk about, the things that we write about and, putting ourselves out there, that I believe when I met you the first time, Tish, I was like, wait a minute. She's talking about really personal stuff. And like, I have situations I really want to write about, and I don't want to throw someone else under the bus. There's a very gingerly way that you get to write about these things. And so I have avoided some things because like I have ex-husbands and things like that still don't appreciate me today. So, but I write about it in a general sense. I don't bring names in. I leave it more general. Now, there are some opportunities where I do go deeper because that was a huge part of my story as well, because my dad was an alcoholic, kind of narcissistic tendencies. And then because you become what you grow up and you're surrounded with. And for me, that's what happened to me. And you wouldn't believe it, but I was very, very, very shy, very, very, very quiet. And I didn't really say boo to anyone as a little kid. And I had so much woundedness that led me to make all these horrifically bad choices. And also a lot of it was about me. I didn't know my worth. I didn't know my value because no one ever really valued me. And so I chose people that didn't value me either.
Wow.
And so a lot of that is what the book is about, but also that's what book 2 is going to be about, because I'm still actively discovering who I truly am.
Absolutely.
And if I wouldn't have, like the book being Recover Your Mission, if I wouldn't have stepped out of my comfort zone into places of fear, I have a motto: feel the fear and do it anyway. Right? Because you're always going to have fear. And then if you don't follow and do it anyway, you're going to have regrets, because you're going to be like, I should have done that. I could have done that. And all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? And so I don't want to live with regrets, because I wasted a lot of my time in my alcoholism. So, and in my woundedness. So today I want to do.
Thank you so much, Deb. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right. Catherine said, you are an inspiration, Deb. We can overcome our challenges in time with faith and prayers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Deb. You have been such a wonderful friend there all this time. Here's more messages for you, Deb. Jamila said, Deb Brugge's message emphasizes understanding one's life purpose through faith and redemption. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is a beautiful thing whenever you can come out of a thing and know that you've been redeemed. And guess what? You're not being held for that anymore. Your light is shining through. And so you're on a mission now. Recover your mission. Yes, I love that you're on a mission now. So I love
that
it.
for women and men, really. But my focus is on for women.
Amen, girlfriend. All right, let's go over to Tony. Let's go over to Dr. Tony Jones right quick. Tony, tell us what kind of challenges maybe that you faced while writing this book and actually getting it out. Share with us today.
The challenges was, to me, some of the ladies already said it was to get out of your own head. And, I had all the stories, and at the same time, this was my second time, writing a book. And I just wanted to get out of my way and just put it out there. I knew that my story was going to inspire somebody, and I knew that I could take this negative situation and turn it into a positive situation to inspire others. So that's what's one of the missions behind the book, because I knew the story would actually inspire somebody. So I said, I'm going to do it anyway, and I just did it like that.
Wow, absolutely. And I'm glad that you said that. You said, you know what? So many of the authors have already said this. It was the getting out of my head. And so this is what I want to bring home to those viewing us out there. I know that there are those of you that are watching us right now. You're hearing these beautiful and amazing authors who have shared their stories, the inspiration behind their stories. And you're sitting there now like, oh my gosh, you know what? I got to get out of my head. And so the running theme has been getting past the fear to actually sharing, getting from out of our head to just start writing, like Felicia Walker said, just start writing. So I want to encourage you out there today that are on the fence. I want to help you to be able to get from out of your head onto the page. And how I can help you is, if you'd like for me to coach you, I can through the Unmute Your Story coaching program. So you can certainly DM me or reach out to me. Certainly www.thetishbarnhardt.com, unmuteyourstory@gmail.com. I want to help you because like these amazing authors that are here, you, my friend, here too. And this is where you belong. So don't be afraid to share your story. Don't be afraid to write the book that is on the inside of you. If God put it there, then that means he's got a purpose for it. So what you're going to do is you're going to tear the pain of that story, the pain of that lived experience, you're going to turn it into purpose now. That's what you're going to do. Turn it into purpose so you can reach back and grab another sister, grab another brother, right? And allow them to know that it's not the end form, but it is only the beginning. See, whenever I got past, guys, the fear of writing the book, I got a call too from Reader's Magnet. I got an invite to go to Germany with my book or to have it displayed out there. Then I got a call a few days later saying, hey, are you going to go to Germany with your book? What? Like, I don't even have a passport right now. So how am I going to go? But in the midst of talking, I heard to go because he opened the door, right? And so I said, okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I didn't know how I was going because one, I didn't have the passport. Two, I didn't have the finances to go, but I said I was going to go. And guess what? When I gave God the yes, he took care of the rest. So I had to know that what he called me to do, he was going to take care of it. So I went out there, was interviewed by John, our vice president, and our CFO, Caitlin. They were interviewing me. And this what? Because I'm a talk show host, they're interviewing me and I flipped the script. Well, you know what, guys? You did not know. You're talking to Tish Barnhardt with the Tish Barnhardt Show. And I started asking questions about Reader's Magnet. Like I was doing the interview for them. Well, guess what? My gift made room for me, right? So I went from being afraid to write my book to writing the book, to traveling all over the world with the book, sharing my story, now to becoming an award-winning author. This started from a place of fear. You've heard from of the other authors on here that have won book awards, that have many other books out. So listen, girlfriend, Listen, sir, what are you waiting on? It's time for you to get that book out. All right. That's my spiel for today. Okay, let's bring all the authors back up. That is my spiel for today. All righty. So, guys, this has been such a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I think Mel had put something in the chat to inspire you guys today. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. I would like to inspire the authors to write your truth. It's fun and scary. In fact, it is. I can identify. Can anybody else out there identify that it was fun and scary? Fun and scary. Okay. I would like to inspire yes. Thank you so much, team, for putting it up. I would like to inspire the authors to write your truth. Write your truth, your whole truth. Don't sugarcoat it, because that's not what they're looking for when they read the book. They don't want it sugarcoated. They want to know what pain you went through. They want to know that you've been where they are right now. Oh my gosh, this is helping me right now. Oh my goodness, she's talking to me. That's what we want from our readers. So I want to go back to Ellie for just a moment. We have a few more minutes here left in the time for today. So Ellie, how was that experience for you after 10 years of your life being, I'm going to read that in just a minute, so keep it up. After 10 years of your life, having to reacclimate, because you're kind of like cut off from society. So before you answer, let me read what Caleb said. So Caleb Andrew said, as always, Tish exudes wisdom along with veteran author Eleanor Gazzetta. Yes, so also seeing new authors here, and they all look brilliant and sincere. That came from Caleb. Thank you so much, Caleb, for that. All right, Mama Ellie, share with us, how was that getting reacclimated into life after 10 years of being cooped up in the house and stuff?
Well, Tish, I did live in these four walls for 10 years. And the last 3 years that my mother was alive, she never went outside. So truly the only time I left was to go get groceries. And after she passed, it was very interesting, because I had not been in a restaurant in maybe 8 years. I hadn't been to the mall in probably 6. I hadn't been to church. I hadn't been to mass in all 10 of those years. And reintegrating into a world that passed you by is daunting. People are rude. They're mean. They don't realize that you've been isolated. And it was daunting. It was just daunting to get in my car and drive. And the world has changed. The world has changed completely. Shortly after my mother passed away, I was invited to dinner with some cousins. And my comment to my brother was, when did a salad go to $7? And today, $7 would be a bargain. I had no wardrobe. I had no wardrobe. I went on vacation with my family shortly after, and I was astonished at the fact that when we were actually on vacation, we went to a mall, and my late sister-in-law said, "Come on, we're going to get you some clothes. We're gonna," and then you go into a total different meltdown because you haven't really looked at yourself in a mirror in 10 years. My God, how did I change? And so it was just it was a cousin took me under her wing, and she helped me get where I needed to be. And today there are still times that you know what, I'm really grateful to just kind of stay in my little cocoon and not venture forward. I had no friends before I was a caregiver. I had an enormous social circle. And very, very quickly, it dwindled down to maybe 2 or 3 people who were caregivers also. It's a whole different world. It's a whole different world once you come out and you experience what you've missed, what passed you by, and you're running to catch up. And I'm at 7 years later, and I'm still running in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
You know what? And so I'm fine with where I am. I'm fine with who I am. I'm fine with the opportunities that as they come, and opportunities do come. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every day that I have, because gratitude is truly the new attitude in this.
I love that, Mama. Yes, I remember you said that before on one of our roundtable sessions, and I told you I was going to adopt that. Attitude is the new gratitude. And I see that you put in the chat here too. You said aspire to inspire before you expire. Now that is beautiful, and that's saying something. So Ellie, talk to us about that for about 30 seconds. Come on, tell us, why did you say that? Aspire to inspire before you expire.
That was the motto when I was at Regis University, a Jesuit university here in Denver. And it's something I've taken with me all my life, and through my 40-year career as a legislative analyst and a policy analyst. We have to try to share ourselves. We have to make it a life mission to, because not everybody lives the way we do. Not everybody is as fortunate as I am, which is why I'm so grateful for where I am. And before they close that coffin lid, you have to be able to tell yourself, and I know that's daunting and that's dark, but before you go to your grave, you need to be able to tell yourself, I've made a difference. I've made a difference to one person, which I will tell you in all honesty is the only reason I published One Caregiver's Journey. It wasn't for money. It wasn't for awards. It wasn't for, it was so if my story could make another caregiver's mission easier, then I have achieved what I set out to do in One Caregiver's Journey. And it has. It has. The American Home Health Association calls it a blueprint for caregivers. And you know what?
Wow. Good stuff.
With that.
Good stuff. A blueprint. Yes, a blueprint. I love that, Ellie. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I want to go to Tanya. I think Tanya had put in the chat here, right from obedience, not perfection. I absolutely love this. It's something similar to the author affirmations that I have in my program. But talk to us about this, Tanya. Right from obedience, not perfection. Come on, inspire the people, girlfriend.
Well, you have where God has given you something and and you keep pushing and he keeps telling you, and it will stay with you until you do what you're supposed to do. God gives us all, a word, and he gives an assignment. And when we be obedient and listen to what God has for us, then that's when we open up that plan that he has, that he says that, he will give us, the desires of our heart, that we should not, feel like we, as you were saying, a lot of the authors, wondering what other people will say, wondering, if you could do this. And, I am a first time author. This is my first book. And so for me to, write my first book and first publishing company, and they accepted my book. So everything was in line with what God had already told me, that I was going to write a book. And so once I was obedient and started writing it, and so now, just like he says that, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, and it's not to harm you, but it's to give you a future and a hope. So I just encourage anyone that is out there that, contemplating what, if they should write a book. And I say again, be obedient to what the Spirit is telling you and act upon it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's what we have to do. We have to be obedient whenever God calls us to something. And, he's not requiring our perfection right now. He's not. And so all he wants from us is our yes. That's what he wants. So let's see. Let me go back to Mel, because I believe Mel put another quote in here. Mel, can we hear you now? I would love for the people to be able to hear your voice at least. Can we hear you now? Girl, I don't know what you got going on over there. Okay, so I'm going to read this quote that Melody said. She said, Tish, this is a quote. Inspire your adversaries with kindness. Shine brightly and watch positivity prevail. And that was a quote by Apostle Russell Early. And I love this for sure, because we got to kill it with kindness, right? Inspire your adversaries with kindness. Just be kind to them, smile at them, and shine bright. Let that light shine. Let that light shine. I know some of y'all, you might want to go off or, go back to how you used to be or what have you. But sometimes we just got to let that stuff roll right on off. That's it. Roll right on off. Roll right on off. And there we are. All righty. So guys, we are coming up now. I want to hear from all of you. I want you to be able to share with our audience out here where they can find your books at, whether it's on Amazon or wherever they want to go and get your books. I'm going to start with you, Mama Ellie. Come on, let us know, where can we find your books?
My books are available on Amazon. My webpage, www.onecaregiversjourney.com, on Barnes & Nobles, and on all online booksellers. There you go. That's me.
And you also have another book, Ellie. What's your other book? I think it's on your tag. We're not talking about it today, but where your other book? What is that one called?
I have One Caregiver's Journey, La Jornada de un Cuidador, and Generations of Good Food.
Generations of Good Food. So y'all listen, I'm gonna tell you, you need to get the recipe book. Okay, so Mama Ellie here can make some good chocolate chip cookies. Oh my goodness, they're my favorite. And so she mailed me some last year, and oh my goodness, they didn't last in the house a day. I have my dad and 3 boys here, and so I think I got a couple of the cookies, but when I came back, everything was gone. So anyway, so that tells you that they were so good. But yes, she's got so many different recipes in there. So for those of you that are listening to us out there as well, and you want these good old mama type soul food type recipes, this is the book that you need to get. Okay, so thank you so much, Ellie, for sharing with us, and thank you for being on, Mother Queen.
Thank you.
Queen Mother. All righty, Alyssa, my friend, yes, come on, tell us where they can find your books at. Now listen, guys, this is 2 times international best-selling author Alyssa Morticia.
3 times now.
Okay, 3 times now. Oh, girl, I'm behind. 3 times now. Okay, now you better do it. Where can we get your books?
So you can get all my books on Amazon. 3 times, 4 actually, if you count my German version. So 3-time international best-selling author. You can get them all on Amazon. The Invisible Warriors, Living Strong with a Better Understanding of Chronic Illness, you can all find on Amazon. And you can also find it on my website, which is IV as in victory, warriors.com. That's ivwarriors.com. And if you join, if you check out my website, you will see a link to my free community. So come and check that out, and you can get to know me better on a weekly basis, where you can join my coffee hour. So come and check us out.
All right, y'all, go check it out for coffee hour. Okay, look, we're gonna have to schedule a coffee hour. You drink some coffee, I'm gonna drink my tea. Okay, but we're gonna have a coffee hour time.
Let's do it. Come on down every Thursday morning.
Yes, indeed. I'm gonna get out to Denver to see y'all one day. It'll be when it ain't cold, okay? Because I can't deal with y'all weather over there. I'm still trying to get used to this 25-degree weather.
And it's cold.
It is very cold.
Yes, it's cold here. Cold here. Day here in Dallas. Absolutely. All right, so let's go to Miss Felicia Walker. Oh, my friend is so beautiful. I met her in Chicago last year at the Chicago Book Fair, and so we have been friends ever since. And I asked her where they were from, her and her husband, and she said, Dallas. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have been led to Dallas to come out here to Texas, and total leap of faith. And so I absolutely love her friendship and the connection that we have here. And when we landed here in Dallas, she was the one who came and took us all over Grand Prairie, Arlington, Dallas, downtown, Fort Worth. I mean, we was riding, y'all, and so it was a good time. So come on, Ladybug, and tell us, where can the people find your books? And also let us know the other books that you have as well, so they'll.
Thank you so much again, Tish, for having me on.
Absolutely.
Before the Bows Break, see if you all can see Before the Bows Break, you can find it on Amazon and also on my website, www.feliciaevanswalker.com. And I have about 20 plus books on Amazon and on my website as well. Also, Call to Blaze. I had a Call to Blaze retreat that Tish came as well. We enjoyed 6 days of wealth alignment. I love helping people with getting wealth and establishing wealth and sustaining wealth. So I have more books that you can go on my website, and you go on Amazon and find all of my books there. Thank you all so much for supporting.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Y'all heard it. Run on over there to Amazon now on the website and get the books. That Call to Blaze is a must-have. I think you must have that in your arsenal. All right, let's go to Jessica. Come on, beautiful. Tell us where the people can find Scars That Speak.
Well, you can find Scars That Speak from Streets to Salvation on Amazon. And yeah, that's where you can find the book at. And I just want to encourage everyone that is watching, just go for it. Just write it. Like we all been saying, just write it. And any fear that you have, fear for me now in this journey that I'm in, when I know I'm fearing, I know that's when I should go.
Yes.
Because that's when because sometimes the enemy likes to come in and distract you because they know the fear, and when I know it's fear, and I'm just learning just to keep going, just to keep going, do it anyway. Like Miss Deb said, if you fear, just do it anyway.
Yes.
So yeah, I totally agree with that 100%. And I just thank you, Tish, for having me on. It was great.
You're welcome, baby.
Everyone has great stories, and I learned some nuggets today. So I appreciate each and every one of you all as well. So, yeah.
Yay, Jessica learned some nuggets from y'all veteran authors out there. That's what's up. Alyssa's raising her hand. Yes, that's what's up. That's what's up. And this is the thing, guys. We have to be able to surround ourselves, around people that are where we want to go. Okay. So let's go to Tony. Tony, come on, share with us. Where can the people find your book, sir?
So I said my book from I mail it to whoever wants to purchase. So there's a 3 of these books, Gifts of Pain. So if anybody wanted the book, they can reach out to me through Facebook or Instagram, and I will send it to you via shipping. Just say you want to purchase the book, I send it to you.
All right, perfect. There we go. Dr. Tony Jones. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Mel, and I'm going to read this for Mel because I know we probably ain't going to be able to hear her. So 25 Days of Roses is available on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Google. Please check out Journeys in Life. Now and Then are poems and stories about my life. And so then, not only that, we've been talking about the International Impact Book Award winners, but Mel, my friend here, 25 Days of Roses is actually a 2024 Pacific Books finalist. Since I remember when she sent that to me in 2024. So extreme accomplishment there. 25 Days of Roses right there on Amazon. Y'all see it? It's flashing before you and it's saying you need to get it. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I shared that. So let's bring now Tanya. Tanya, come on and tell us where the people can find your book.
Hi, thanks again. This has been great. It's been very exciting for me. My book is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Ingram, wherever books are sold. And I'm actually blessed to be able to, it is on Kindle, and next month is going to be coming out on Audible. So you'll be able to listen to it.
Yes, love the audio. Now, did you do the audio yourself, Tanya, or did you have someone to do it for you?
I had someone to do it, but that was a very interesting part as well. So
absolutely,
it was a great experience.
Love it, love it. Beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, come on, tell us, where can we find Recover Your Mission?
Okay, so excuse me, Recover Your Mission, it can be found on Amazon, or if you want to know more about me, you can go to my website, which is recoveryourmission.org. I am also a life coach, and I'm also a missionary in Haiti, so you can come and find out more about how you might want to connect with me in regards to the life coaching, because I really am meant to help women who feel stuck, who feel like they know that God has something for them, but they can't seem to move forward. And that's what I can help with. So, and you can get the book there too.
All righty. Thank you so much, Deb, for sharing with us. Absolutely. Y'all know where to go get the book. All right, let's come on, bring up our newbie today, LaQuinta Pierre. Come on, tell us, where can the people find Beneath the Pulpit, honey?
Beneath the Pulpit is available on Amazon. It's available at Lead Press. It's also available at Barnes & Noble and through other select online retailers. Please go out and purchase and support me. And I would just like to give a quick nugget to some inspiring authors. Write the story that won't let you sleep. Don't chase the trends, chase truth. Your voice, your experiences, and your perspective does matter. Also, give yourself grace in the process. Writing is as much about growth as it is about words. Thank you for having me today.
You are so welcome, my friend. Thank you, everyone on the panel for being with us today. I love each and every one of you. This is our time for today. And listen, guys, of course, I will not leave myself out. I'm the author of Morning Tea with the King, as well as You Want to Be a First. You can find both books on Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Books A Million, anywhere you can find a book, Walmart.com, wherever you can find a book, you can find it. Also, you can find it on readersmagnet.com as well, guys. So listen, this has been a beautiful time out there. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in with us out there. For the beautiful people that are viewing, thank you for sharing. Thank you for all of that. Let's get ready for that dance. We're going to move and dance it on out. All right. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Melanie. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, LaQuinta. Yes, it's a celebration over here, guys. Woo-hoo. Let me hear y'all out there. Yes. All right, it's a celebration, right? All right, guys, listen. As we say here at Reader's Magnet, we share your story with the world.
Every story begins with a spark. In this magical book, word weavers of all stripes and colors come together, sharing their words like sparks, their journeys like stars, their voices like echoes of wonder. Stories that inspire, challenge, and connect us all. Authors reveal the roots of their journeys, the stories behind their
Does
stories.
your personal journey of self-discovery shape the narrative of the book?
Where conversations flow freely, rippling with ideas that connect
very
and
timid,
inspire.
bashful, all the way into adult years. And then God gave me a revelation of what those words mean. And they're all rooted.
Unraveling the mysteries of narratives and discovering wonders
We
waiting
have
within.
Eloquently Barking, Anecdotes, Thoughts, and Observation by Roland Jones. So this is an anthology of stories or anecdotes.
The Festival of Storytellers Chapter 7, where narratives rise, ignite, and flow. Save the dates.